well. I know it's been a long time since my last video. I wanted to come on here, however, and do a new series on applications. I'm specifically talking about like grad school applications, but I'm sure this could be applied in any other scenario as well. And this is also not specific to only nursing, although I'll be using a lot of nursing specific experience, but this is a compilation of not only my advice but my friends' advice from people who have gotten into and about to start or have already started programs for med school, nursing school, OT school. The first thing I want to start off with is be genuine, be yourself. Don't feel like you have to use language or speak in a way that like isn't true to who you are. At the end of the day, I feel like they can suss it out if you sound really fake. Show your passion, show your interest for the program and whatnot. From there, getting into like how to start putting together your personal statement and whatnot, I would say begin by making a list of experiences that have impacted you. Now, this can be a work experience, volunteering, a person, a mentor, anything like that, but anything relevant you feel like that has affected why you want to pursue a certain career, put that all together in one list, and you can rank them in terms of which one had the most influence on you. And that way you can have like a running doc or list of experiences that you can write about that you would want to include in your personal statement. But start thinking about that because it can be a little intimidating. You don't have to start writing essays about each of them, but just putting a list together so that from a bird's eye view you can see a big list of possible options to write about. So as soon as you make that list, form a list of schools that you're interested in, keeping note of the deadlines, the platforms. For example, a lot of nursing programs use nursing casts, but not everybody uses that. Sometimes the school will want you to submit directly through them, and also what type of personal statement they would like would be really important. So for example, Hopkins required 2 short essay personal statements type of questions, whereas like a lot of the other programs tend to require 1 to 2 page long personal statements that are more generalized. So looking into the requirements and seeing the time you would need to put into each of them would be really important. Maybe put together an Excel sheet that includes things that are specific to that program that make it unique and why you would want to go specifically there. So I know one of my other friends was sharing that at the school that she attends now, they have a special simulation lab that's like really up to date, has a bunch of cool stuff there. That was a big part of why she chose that school. So including anything special like that, when you're writing personal statements, you really want to tailor it to the school. You want to look into their mission statement. What are their values? What are some special resources or opportunities that they can offer you that other programs don't have? And so that sort of thing really personalizes it and adds a special touch so they know like, oh, you really did look into our specific school. The other thing to note is do not say that this is your second career choice. So if you're coming from a second career, that's a different thing. Like a lot of Hopkins students have been accountants, they have been lawyers, a lot of people who've already had work experience and life experience before nursing school. That's totally fine, that's different. Never ever say that it's because you didn't get into another specific type of professional school and now you're pursuing this one instead. Don't. All careers, especially healthcare, have very different roles, different scopes, different models and mindsets, and it's really important that you emphasize why that specific program that you're applying to is the right fit. Another thing, when you're writing that personal statement, do a little bit of humble bragging. I'm not saying dump your whole resume or CV on there. Don't do that. They have access to that for a reason. Applications will have a portion where you can upload that and like your transcripts and whatnot, but don't just load all of that on there, okay? Like you can bring out some specific experiences that have really impacted your decision to go to that program. Reflect on the experiences and the traits that make you fit for this career and why you want to pursue this career, as opposed to just trying to share your entire life story and everything that you've ever done. Another thing is you want to let the school know why you're the perfect fit for them. Be confident in your past experiences and what you can offer, what you can bring to the table, because a lot of times what they're looking for is not only why you like their school, but also why you would be a good fit for them. So when you're writing, you want to keep in mind, okay, what am I bringing to the table and how can I portray that when I'm writing my personal statement? Because it really is like a two-way interview sort of thing. You want to specifically add about like what you plan to do, not just what you would do if you get in, but when you get in, like already starting with that confidence that you belong there. These schools are all looking for the same thing, in that they want students that are going to come and grow and be agents for change in those professions when they leave the school. So speaking of that, I want to share what my friend said because I feel like it really does hit different. So my friend James said, "The person I am today is the one that wants to be a nurse, but the me of tomorrow is someone who will take that education and training and do something great with it." And I thought that was just so awesome and so true. And it's true for any profession and any career that you're wanting to pursue. Whatever your next goal is, they also want to see long-term what you're going to bring to the table as well and what you can do with it. So trying to incorporate maybe even just one line or two in your personal statement about what you plan to do in the long run, in the future, would also be great. And then another point I feel like is really relevant to hit, especially with right now and with COVID going on, is timing. As you're writing your personal statements, things can change. And so as you're writing these drafts, know that it's not always going to stay the same, and that's okay. You may need to scrap it and start over, and that's totally fine. My senior year, when I was applying around fall, I submitted my nursing applications and I found out a few months later, and that's also when COVID hit. So if I had submitted my application during that time for a summer start or around that time for a fall start, things would have been totally different. I would not have written what I wrote in my personal statement that I submitted fall of 2019. You want to start early so you can start putting together what you want to write for your personal statement, but know that other things can come into play. You may want to change things. So I would recommend that you have everyone and anyone look at it. And it doesn't matter if they are not specializing in whatever career that you're pursuing, because even if they don't know much about that career, I feel like it can be very valuable in them letting you know if you are portraying yourself enough in the personal statement. This really is the chance for the admissions officers to get to know who you are. You want to give them as much of a picture of who you are as possible. So with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I hope y'all found it helpful. It's been a crazy few past months. My apartment's flooded, by the way, so yeah, really fun stuff. So I had clips of like vlogs and stuff, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, okay. So plans change, things change, just like drafts do and personal statements do, and that's okay. But just know that if y'all have any questions, still feel free to reach out. I will definitely be updating y'all as soon as I can because school is pretty crazy. But I hope y'all have a great rest of the week, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.